the most important substance in the westernised world. Without it, industry would very quickly grind to a halt. Getting fuel to the sparsely populated communities around the Northern Territory is a job best left for the experts. And that's where Linfox Transport comes in. What makes a good fuel tanker? To find out, we're going to have a chat with Linfox's Darwin site manager, Chris Gunderson, who well understands the rigours involved in transporting products around this vast area.
My name's Chris Gunderson. I'm the site manager for Linfox Transport here in the Northern Territory. I look after the Linfox fleet from that runs into North and Western Australia, all through the Northern Territory, down into Queensland, far down to Alice Springs when necessary. So yeah, we cover a fair bit of territory up here. We've got a crew of about 6 men here and 3 road trains working non-stop around the clock. Now we cart across the board. We cart for Ampol, Ampol Caltex, and Mobil here in the Territory. Our major contract is the Mobil contract, which is diesel, motor spirits, aviation product, jet and avgas into the airports in Western Australia. Every road train that pulls out of here, they're set up with triaxle trailers, triaxle dollies, concessional loading, so that I can put at least 110,000 litres of diesel on them, which works out at around about 135, 140 tonne all up. I think last year we did something like about 79 million litres of fuel for the 12 months. It's a lot of fuel.
Delivering such large quantities of fuel requires not only the right sort of machinery, but also the right sort of men for the job. Doug Norman leaves the depot. He's driving a Western Star 4964 FXC with 3 Marshall ethylene tankers that stretch back to form a 53-metre long road train, loaded with 110,000 litres of diesel.
So basically our drivers, we see the drivers at this level as being an asset. They're in control of $1 million pieces of equipment. Like a road train with 3 trailers is the best part of $750,000 worth. Then you've got the full load of fuel sitting on the back. So yeah, they've got to be fully qualified men, fully experienced, fully vetted, which is what we do. It's in our interest as a company to do so.
G'day, my name's Doug. I work for Linfox Transport. I've been with Linfox in Darwin for 4 years. And I'm just on my way down to Tennant Creek with a load of fuel. This is Emerald Springs where we're stopped now. It's 2.5 hours south of Darwin. What I'm just going to do now is walk around, have a bit of a look at the truck, check the tyres and wheel bearings. Usually do this when we stop because we've got so many tyres back here. There's 70 odd tyres and you can't hear when you get a blowout from on the back trailer, so it's best to check them every time you stop, and that way you don't get any fires. Also, while you're checking the tyres, just refill the wheel bearings, because sometimes with a constant rolling they do get a bit hot, and so you just have to make sure that you don't have an overheated wheel bearing. Usually just walk in here, check the electrical connections, the air fittings, make sure everything looks okay. One of our other drivers made this little attachment up here and just fill it up, a Coke bottle full of a bit of soapy water, and it's right next to the water tank here and makes cleaning up very easy. You don't have to go looking for your soap everywhere. It's all in one place.
Yeah, the Western Star trucks are up to about 560,000 kilometres now. They're going well. The Caterpillar motors are going well. The trucks themselves are holding up well. The big tests on road train equipment is the fact that there is big tonnages on them day in, day out, and you soon find out whether there's a problem when you start getting on the off-road sort of exercise. The corrugations and such forth in the tanami really start to damage the trucks. So yeah, these trucks are designed for the job and they seem to be doing it pretty well.
One of the additions to the Western Star we put on was this ice pack, which is an integrated cooling system, air conditioning system, which is fed into the sleeper cabin of the night. You can start your motor up and have your truck air conditioned while you're sleeping.
If you want to get the best men to do a job, you've got to give them the best equipment. And in this level of business, where you expect the best job to be done, because of the safety factor, you've got to get the best men.
A 16-litre 3406E Caterpillar engine powers the Western Star 4964 FXC.
So, you know, it's part of the package, the right motor, the motor that can be fixed anywhere in the territory. You get some of these other motors that once you get outside the cities, or there's not too many cities out here in the bush, once you get outside the city you have trouble fixing them, but there always seems to be a Caterpillar man somewhere in a mining camp or somewhere that, you know, can fix an O-ring or something, can get you mobile again. So the Caterpillar's a good exercise in the bush. The gearboxes, Road Ranger gearboxes, they're a fairly universal sort of a gearbox out here in the bush. So the package is a tried and true package, and it tends to work. The guys relate to what we've got.
The tankers that carry the fuel are obviously an integral part of the transport package.
They were designed for road train work. They're heavy duty barrel. I think they're about 45,000 litres. Very good barrels. I have had no problems whatsoever in regard to cracking or suspension or any sort of exterior damage whatsoever with these tankers at this stage. They're 2.5 years old now and they've been great. The Western Star support system has been very good. Western Star make an effort to get up here to the territory and sit there and discuss their trucks with me. And like I said before, the other thing is the driver acceptability. The cabins are very strong, they haven't fallen apart. So yeah, we think the Western Stars have done a very good job for this exercise.